Good morning, everyone, and welcome, and thanks. Thank you so much for being here. We are so excited to kick off the Midnight Sun Scavenger Hunt. This has been a work in progress for about 2.5 years, so to have it come to fruition is just a really thrilling day. And I just want to acknowledge we've got some of our elected officials here with us today. I've got some of the Williamson County Convention and Visitors Bureau board members, and I really appreciate you all coming out and joining us. So before we get started on the whole, I'm going to turn it over to Megan. This has been Megan's labor of love, and she has done a fantastic job with this project. So I'm just going to say a few things here and there, and then I'm going to ask Mayor Moore to speak and Megan. But, we started, as all of you know, a Convention and Visitors Bureau. Our job is to promote and market a destination, and that's what we do for Franklin and for Williamson County. And we have a lot of really great hotels in our county, and so we have a lot of discussions in the office of what other experiences can we create to fill up these hotel rooms? How do we turn our experience into a one-day experience, from a one-day experience into a two-day experience? And Megan came up with this idea, and she's like, what if we do a scavenger hunt? Because that's going to take a couple hours, so if they want to do the scavenger hunt, and if they want to shop, and they want to eat, and they want to go to the distilleries, they're going to have to stay the night with us, right? So we want them to come and stay the night with us. So we had a few more discussions about that, and we said, well, what should it be? And we had all sorts of ideas of what the icon should be. And really, it came down to the horse. We have a really rich horse history in Williamson County and in Franklin. And really, what's really important is that we have a rich horse history where we're standing today. And Megan and I went and met with Clay, and we said, we want to do this scavenger hunt, and we would love to pay homage to Midnight Sun, our grand champion horse. Would you allow us to name the scavenger hunt after him? And we had great discussions around that, and we also learned a lot about this farm in this park. Thank you for that history. We could have easily taken up all day with Clay, but we, after a while, let him go. So that was really thrilling, so thank you, Clay. But to kick us off, I'm going to invite Mayor Moore up to say a few words.
Well, good morning, everybody, and thanks for coming out this morning. I appreciate Ellie delaying this just a little bit for me, because this morning we had a civility conversation with Frank Talk. So, but I think that this is a great example of how this community comes together and has a dialogue about things. You know, one of the most exciting actions that I've had as mayor was to name a public arts commission. There's been a lot of interest in having a public arts commission for some time, and whenever we announced that we were going to form that arts commission, we had a huge number of people that had an interest in being on it. In fact, it was quite difficult to pick the people that ended up on that. So this is even though we have a lot of public art around in very iconic structures, this is the first initiative for public art in this commission, and I think we're going to see many more in the future. Megan, you deserve a lot of credit for this. Thank you for all your hard work on it. And as the mayor of the city, I know our citizens are very grateful for the fact that tourism helps tote a lot of your tax dollars. In other words, you're saving over $500 a year just because of the people that come visit us. So this scavenger hunt's going to be exciting. It's going to be great for our tourists. We're going to encourage them to stay longer. And also, whenever a family comes visit, it'll be a good place for you to send them, maybe. So thanks for the opportunity, and congratulations on this first great project.
So like with any project, you don't do it alone, especially in this community, because we have so many great partners. So hang with me, because I got a long list of people to thank. First of all, thanks Mayor Moore and the City of Franklin and the City of Franklin Parks Department, because these guys have been on board with us from day one. They've answered a lot of our questions. They set this up for us this morning, and we truly couldn't have done it without you. I want to thank the Public Arts Commission, because we were the first application to go through the process, and that was really exciting and fun. And then we went out to the community and said, hey, would you want to support this project? Because it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're taking people all over Franklin. And we got a lot of response to that. So I'd like to thank A. Marshall Family Foods, Chartwell Hospitality, the Parker McCoy Group, Franklin Synergy Bank, Mars Pet Care, Stewart Parking Solutions, Tennessee Department of Tourist Development, Tennessee Equine Hospital, and we have community partners in Paula Harris and Dan Anderson, who's also supported the project. So thank you so much for doing that. And then our staff, you know, we sit around we don't just sit around the office, by the way. It sounds like we just sit around. So anyway, what do you want to do today? But we were brainstorming and we said, what should we do? Because once you decide to do a project in our office, everybody plays. Everybody has a role. Everybody. So everybody jumped on board with the idea, and they were like, we could do this, and we could do this in social, and we could name it this, and the logo could look like this. So I want to thank our staff, because I tell you, I come in every day, and I'm just so in awe of this staff, because they work hard, they're creative, they're resourceful, and they're not just sitting back going, we had a good day yesterday, so we're going to goof off today. Yeah, a lot of times I'm like, everybody get off your computers for a minute. Let's just celebrate something we've done. So thank you, Visit Franklin staff. I really appreciate it. So Megan's going to go into a little bit more detail about the horse, and we're not going to tell you the locations because you got to go out and find them on your own. But we do have 10 horses about this size all over town that you can go out and find with our clues. So, Megan?
Hi. I just want to thank everybody again for coming out and supporting this amazing project that, like Ellie said, was 2.5 years in the making. So I'm just so thrilled that we finally get to launch it with all of you. And I really quickly want to say thank you to our artists that we partnered with. Janelle Myers, she's over here. She did an incredible job. Without her artistic ability, her creativity, this project would not be near what it is today. So thank you so much. And thank you again to all of our sponsors for supporting this project and just believing in it from the beginning. So I'm excited to tell you a little bit about how you can participate in the scavenger hunt and also, of course, share it with your family and friends. So we have created beautiful brochures that I think most of you might have. And you can pick those up at the Visitor Center. But those brochures will sort of guide you along the path as you're discovering these miniature bronze horse statues all around different locations in Franklin. And all of those locations have some sort of historic significance in shaping our town. So we also, for anybody who is tech savvy, we also have a mobile app that you can download the brochure on, and you can participate in the scavenger hunt that way as well. So when you complete all the locations, when you find all the horses, you can bring the brochure back to the Visitor Center where you can pick up an amazing prize that awaits all of our participants. So that's a little bit about how you kind of complete the scavenger hunt. So I hope to see you all out and about, enjoying learning about the history of Franklin and finding these beautiful horse statues. So thank you again so much for your support and for coming. And we have some friends here from the chamber that are going to do a ribbon cutting with us. So I thought it was appropriate if we could take a photo inside for the ribbon cutting and have Ellie and Mayor Moore and any of our sponsors who would like to join us in that picture right over here in the back. So thank you all so much again. Oh, and yes, thank you. We've partnered with Triple Crown Bakery, which I thought was very appropriate for the occasion. And the owner, Elena, made some delicious cookies for us with the Midnight Sun Scavenger Hunt logo on it. And they're in the back. You are free to take one or two if you'd like to. So thank you again so much for coming. Really appreciate it.
Are you ready to cut? So count of three.
Excuse me. I've rather large scissors.
So on the count of three, Megan. 1,
Okay.
2, 3.
Yay!